Greetings, Minecrafters! Nonsanity here, and welcome to another episode of Modern Skyblock 2 here on the FTOG community server. The machine from last episode has been running great. I've made a few changes around the base that I'll catch you up on, but after that, it's Project Chest episode again. I love Project Chests. Let's get started. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so let's take you on a tour. As you can see, we've got a lot of gems up here. Some of the ones at the very top are from me putting a couple stacks of netherrack into the system to get some nether ores. Though, I guess the very top stuff is just overflow from down here because we've reached maximum 248 on the apatite and lapis. And that looks like coal. I didn't know you can get coal here. I wonder if that just got dropped by me at some point, though I don't remember having it. Let's go up the ladder here and see if I've got... Nope, still just one. What's it called? Osmium. I need at least 2 osmium. 39, 320, 13 coal. And maybe that came from the nether. As did all of these. They look very similar. Very Christmassy. In the nether, oddly enough. Got a number of different, some tungsten, steel, what's this one? Aluminum, 1 yellorium, 2 gold, 5 iron, what's this? Magnesium, tin, nickel. So we're getting some metals, but they are very, very slow. That's why I want to get this thing going as early as I could. Look at this, 133 diamonds, 44 emeralds. I used 1 emerald to make this guy, the market from Pam's Harvest Craft. So I got an almond tree, because almonds are great for seed oil. If we look at their usage, you get 150 millibuckets instead of just 10. And you go over there and hit that with the super bone meal stuff and just make a ton of them. So you get lots of seed oil that way. Made a few more windmills. I got 4 here now to help power everything. I got the combustion collector, which automatically picks up the results from the combustion heater, and a redstone clock to trigger it repeatedly over and over again. So all I have to do is put in a batch of stuff in the top and walk away, and all the results will end up in here. Very handy, very hands-free. I like that. Can walk away and let it automate. I turned off the mob farm. I just had too many drops. Especially these guys, the archaic bricks. But as you can see, I've got holes up in the ceiling with torches, so all that is completely lit up and nothing's coming through. And I think from the last episode I was trying to use the embers pipes, but they just don't work very well. So I switched to a transfer node, and it correctly sends things to the right chest. Oh, and it looks like it's got some stuff I dropped. Though sometimes, I think it's just based on how it's scanning. Sometimes it will send stuff down here that has slots elsewhere. All these things have slots up at the top. And these are all the ender tears we're going to get. So we can make gas tears out of them once we get into blood evil craft. So I'm going to toss these all in here, and hopefully they go to the right spot. I made a decorative grave using the gravestones mod we're using. It's very nice. It's got a nice fog effect. I think my grave will look like this the next time I die instead of the little tomb. What else? I have switched over to using tertius with a 450 yield, and I've got lots of it. I also made this bronze and bronze just for now. I'll be upgrading it soon, I hope. But that's what I've got now. I had this automated just to collect snowballs, but now the snowballs get put into the freezer. Every time it gets 4, it makes a heavy snowball, which goes into these 4 chests. Whenever these 4 chests have a heavy snowball, this thing will craft it into a heavy snow, and that comes down into the freezer, where it is frozen up into coarse dirt. Once it nothing came in there, but it makes coarse dirt. I need to add another step to hoe it into regular dirt if I ever want to use this for landscaping. Or I can just build with the dirt and go around hoeing it myself, but I'd rather have it automated. So that's working. I got 3 of these guys, 3 mechanically users. I had put 9 silence gems shovels. I had a lot of iolite, so I used that to make 9 shovels. Put them in here. They all ended up breaking, but it was still making snowballs. So I put one of the broken ones into each of these machines and told them just use that slot. And they're going. The one thing is, once this gets reloaded, right now you can hear it does 3 snow breaks, and then there's a pause. When you first reload, they're all in sync, in which case you only get that 1 snow break. If you turn them all off and then turn one on, wait 3 seconds, turn on this one, wait 3 seconds, turn on that one, it seems to run a lot better. I've been making steel. I got a good half stack in there now. Put in 1 more of that. Oh, I'm out of... Hello, little Nonsanity. I'll put that coal in there, get it running. I move this over here in case I need to make any more demonic ores. This is where I go to make obsidian. I've got the torches down the middle. I put the blaze blocks along this middle row, wait for them to all melt to lava, and then I put water up here in the center. It spreads that over top, turns them all to obsidian, pick up the water, and then go down the line with the chisel to change their texture, and then I can use just my stone AOIT with the ore excavator on to get the whole thing all in 1 break. Works pretty good. As I said, I turned all this off because I'm full up on everything. Well, not the flint, but I got plenty of flint. And I turned off the cobble gen in the back because these were all full. They've gone down a little bit over the course of the day as I've been doing things, because they are being used over here to make the smooth stand and make smooth sand, smooth stone, blah, blah, and turn that into the gems and the dusts. Oh, good, it's caught up. Everything is caught up nicely. There was a bit of a backlog because the water doesn't update all the time. You see, when it sucks up the middle water, it gets recreated. It's an infinite source there in the middle. Sometimes it doesn't update, and you're just left with a hole there. Same with the one down here. I tried putting water so that, like on top of here, flowing into that space, thinking that when it sucks it up, if they don't autofill, then this one will flow down into it and cause an update, but that didn't work. So I may put like a clock next to these and see if that helps when it jams. One other thing, I never really talked about it on camera, but I had these ground traps, and they weren't working. That was because there was no dirt around them. Someone told me they need 2 dirt in each direction, so I did that, and now they're working. Don't know if that is the exact requirements, but doing this makes them work. And now we can get, you know, chicken and beef and pork chop and leather and feathers and bones and even turkey. I didn't know there was raw turkey. It must be new. Ooh, raw venison. Those are both Minecraft. I didn't know there was turkeys and venison in 1.12. But you can get that now that we have no animals. My pens are empty and lonely. And this was just a machine. You put some growth materials on either side, and it just clicks it and grows lots of whatever crop you plant in the middle. Handy for just generating a lot of one thing. I just stand there and collect it all. And that, I think, is all the updates. And so, when we come back in a moment, it's time for project chests. Alright, so let's head back here, and we've got 2 platforms set up and 2 chests. And this thing is a little bit noisy, so let's turn it off while we're working. Alright. So we've got steel. The next thing we really want to be able to do is make this stuff. Manulin. Manulin. So many different ways people pronounce that, but I'm going to go with Manulin. Because you can break it up in 3 chunks like that. Manulin. This stuff's pretty good. That's the case that I'm interested in. 360 efficiency. That's pretty good. To make that, we need, of course, to make a smeltery. To make a smeltery, we need to be able to crush coal coke. To crush coal coke, we need... Nope. A crusher. One of these monstrosities. So I went ahead and I made all the parts. So let's go ahead and start setting this up. Let's say that's there, 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 there. Alright, I think 3 there, 2 here. I'm doing this from memory now. That. Fence posts, steel fences. This is a lot of steel. But I didn't have any... Oh no, did that go over the edge? Really? I'm going to head back home here. I've got a spare. Where I think I put it in here. Alright, head back. That should not have gone over the edge. I mean, I saw it land, and then I went over the edge. Alright, there's that. Then the hoppers. Then we need to get out the engineer's hammer and go bangarang. There it is. 1 crusher. Alright, it's going to need some power. So I'm going to make an easy access way to get up. And we're going to put a windmill straight on it here. It's not a lot of power, but it should be enough. There it goes. I don't think it takes a ton. And now I want to make it slightly automated, just slightly. Make a safety cage there. And I made the quick dropper. I'll stick that there. I'm going to put a torch up here. So that's going to drop stuff in. And that way I don't have to climb up here to put things in. I'm going to run some cable, some transfer pipes down here to a chest with the transfer node. There we go. So whatever I put in here goes in, gets dropped in, and it runs. I'm going to put a lever on it just so I can turn it off. And an output chest here. That's pretty simple. And now I want some coal coke. I'll toss in 18 coal coke. Getting sent up, getting dropped. We should be able to come up here and see it get dropped. There it goes. If we look at the machine, we can see it's progressing. A little progress bar there. More is getting dropped, so all that's good. The output should be coming out down here. There we go. We're getting coke dust. Coke dust. And we can turn it off if necessary. Alright, and that will take us to our next piece, which is a smeltery. a fairly small one to start with. But we're going to automate it to help boost us to make a bigger one. So we just need the last 6 here, and then we can get going. Yeah, that fence post was gone. Once again, just to let people know on the recordings, I am in the stream. I am streaming while I record. You get to see the background, all the mistakes. Alright, so let's see here. We got gravel, sand, clay, and coke dust. And that gives us grout. And I had too much sand. Oh yeah, I was thinking of a different recipe. So now we're going to run over here, and we're going to toss it. There it is. Into this, which will send it into the electric furnace, where it'll get cooked up into seared bricks. Oh, and if you want to see this thing in automated mode, let's come up here and toss a stack of charcoal into it. There it goes. Pumpkin away. And the resulting coal is coming out here. So I don't have to stand up there and push the button anymore and keep dropping. Just the collector and the clock does it for you. Very nice. It is noisy. And it is draining out its power. Even with the 4 windmills, though this is also running off that power. This thing just takes a lot more of it. It's very noisy, but it's almost done, so I'll let it finish. How we do with the grout? Alright, some of the things we're going to make. We want to make a controller with a furnace. I'm going to make a... I don't have enough quite yet for that. One more. There we go. We've got coal now that I can feed into the coke oven. Alright, so 5 glass, 4 seared brick gets us a tank. Let's go ahead and load that in there and hang the rest on the wall. That is 2 of the parts. I'm going to let the rest of this cook up, and I will be right back. And we're back. It's done. There we go. 24 more seared brick. So I've used 8 here and 4 here, and there's 24 more. So we're going to craft a channel. A drain, excuse me. This is the channel. Actually, I'm not going to craft a channel. I'm probably going to save those extras. I'm going to make a table, and then make 2 bricks. I think this is all I need to do. So we're actually going to have 3 extra, because I'm not going to use a regular smeltery drain. Because to make that work automatically, you're going to have to give it a signal, and I'd rather just have a pipe, which runs all the time. And then the controller. And then the table goes there. And let's get my snow bricks. I'm just going to put a torch over there. Do I have my F7 on? I didn't. Now I do. Chest. I mean, I can grab this chest. That was the plan, I think. Actually, I'm going to break that first. No, it still made a... Yeah, I made a lighting update because this doesn't block light. So we're going to have an output chest here. Get our piping materials. I did have an extra chest. So we're going to take transfer node out into that chest. We're going to use fluid duct. Oh, that doesn't connect. Since when? Get out my crescent hammer. See if I can force it. No, it looks like it doesn't connect to that. I haven't used the fluid ducts in a while. I normally use conduits. Well, there's another option. And that is to try Ember. We'll experiment a little bit. Fluid extractor, fluid pipe. We're going to need a lever. So let's put those into inventory. And we'll try this. Though I think it will have to be one block farther away, because once I put that on there... Now that doesn't connect either. Maybe that has changed. Alright, well we do have our 3 seared bricks. We can make the channel. And I can put a clock above it so that it will still work. Alright, now we need some lava. So, it looks like we need another torch over here. I've got some lava, not in the baubles, in the bag. Right here. Can I just hit it? Yep. And that's pretty full. Alright. Save that. This, no. This has not fully formed. I thought the seared gauge used to be usable. Let's see. Just do seared. Heart of the smeltery retains liquid when broken. Yeah. This should be a fully formed smeltery. Oh, that's a seared furnace controller. I thought it looked different. Derp. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to replace that one with the right one. Alright, I got the parts I needed. And here we go. That is it. I don't know why I made the other one. I just must have clicked the wrong recipe. There, now it's happy. Now, it only takes one thing in this little tiny space. But we can feed it in, and that will make all the difference. So we're going to make a transfer node here, and we're not going to go there. So let's get the wrench and disconnect that. There we go. I might as well get rid of that one too. And this is now ready to take down. Alright, so the first thing we're going to put in here is some gold. One at a time? Oh no, now I can put the other gold in here. Let me get an extra block, and since I forgot that the grout recipe doubles, I've got some more seared bricks. So I'm going to put the seared brick on here. And when both gold are melted down, there's nothing in there yet, I will pour it over this and we'll get a ingot cast. Then I'm going to put all this cobble I've got in here. In fact, I can go ahead and just put it in now. And then that will come out into the cast and get pulled out into this chest, and we'll get lots of seared brick. And we'll be able to make a larger smeltery. So let's wait for this to fully melt, and we'll be right back. And there the gold is ready. We have 2 ingots, so we're going to pour that out. And it'll destroy the block in the middle. That's fine. See it cooling down there in the progress bar. And done. Alright, now we just need the clock to make this work. And instead of... Now we go ahead and make a clock. Let's see, what is the clock recipe? The redstone clock. Just stone and a stick and 5 redstone. So I've got some redstone in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got sticks in here. I've got a stick, but that's all I need. Give me a stick. And this is sort of my stone chest for nearby recipe making. One too many. This is nice and cheap. I like that. 1 redstone torch. 4 redstone. 4 stone. Redstone clock. And I'm going to stick it on top so it doesn't interfere with anything else. And as soon as that starts melting down, I think 1 cobblestone will get us 1 seared ingot. Almost done. And 3, 2, 1. There it is. It's pouring out, filling up, cooling off, sucking out, and we have a seared brick. So I put in 4 stacks of cobblestone, so we'll have 4 stacks of seared bricks, which is enough to make 1 stack of seared blocks. We can make a pretty big smeltery that way. And we'll make a casting basin and more smeltery drains and faucets and make that bigger. And with that, both projects are done for now. So I'll remind you that I do the live streaming if you want to catch it. I try and tweet before I start streaming. Not long before, because I never know exactly when I'm going to start. But I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm enjoying it, and we still have lots more to do. So until next time, this is Nonsanity signing out. Take care, be good, and see you next time.